to this, I guess, just was it another game? Was it higher emotion? How would you compare this day out there?
It's definitely different kind of games. Like, even if you're trying to convince yourself, like, you have to put emotions aside. It's impossible in this kind of games. You obviously it's different. It's when you play that kind of games, you have to be able to sustain, no matter what, goods or bads.
I guess, what do you think the difference was down the stretch? I mean, you guys have closed out so many of these games, but the final four not scoring.
Yes, it's obviously stings, losing this kind of game, but we had the game plan, and when somebody who we didn't expect start making plays, we have to live with that, because you cannot close everybody, and if people who usually don't do certain things start making them, it's getting way harder to win that kind of games. But all credit to them, they play harder, so we just have to be better in just little details.
Can you guys remind yourself that, I mean, you're still completely in control of this season, right? Win out, you win the Big Ten.
100%. It's probably the main focus, the main question, stay together and fight, continue fighting, because unfortunately we lost this game. It stings, but whole season in front, we have a lot of basketball left, and the main question, how we're gonna respond, because that's gonna show a lot of character. So that's what we're gonna do.
Dusty having the contract extension, you saw, of course, maybe you won't be here for the future of that, but what does it say about his character to receive an extended contract already?
I mean, he's a great, I don't even talk about how he's a coach. He's great of a human being, and that's probably makes him so great, is because he's the same on the court, off the court. He's willing to help people. He's willing to try something new and find the solution. So it's I'm not surprised that he got the extension, but because I've seen how much he's who he is and what he does, so it makes sense to me.
We've talked this week about preparing yourselves for the intensity of what this rivalry could be. Did you feel like you were prepared for what this was?
You probably never can completely get prepared for that, because we all have to learn at some point on our own mistakes, and me included. I didn't expect certain things, and that's definitely gonna prepare me for the next game.
Was there anything specifically that stood out to you that you weren't expecting?
I was surprised how deep they are. They continue playing different players. So it's it surprised me. They coming fresh and playing as hard as they do. So it's definitely something to keep in mind.
You guys had 15 turnovers again tonight. You sort of been cleaning that up, I guess.
Yes, it was just some of the turnovers we can live with, when they lead to the basket, when they lead to the dunks, fast breaks. It's something that we have to take a risk, but careless turnovers, we had probably 4 or 5 of them, when it's there was no reason to turn the ball over, so we have to just clean that ones, and it's gonna help us in the long run.
What do you think will be most important when you face Michigan State here in a couple weeks?
Just be ready to fight. I'll be honest, I wasn't ready. I feel I could do so much better, just physical, at the physical part, just running transition, running better back in transition defense, getting better blackout. So it's just being more physical, especially as they are play 10 people. So it's you have to get it in your mind that that's what they do.
Obviously, it's a tough loss, but how can you put it behind you and focus on Nebraska now?
That's a good question. I haven't watched film for Nebraska, so I'm not sure how answering this question is, because we have to we cannot drop heads down, because if we do it, the season is basically over. But if we continue fighting, it's gonna show the character we have, and then it's gonna be a long season.
Appreciate it.
the offensive rebounds. It's tougher to defensive rebound when you're playing a zone. Was it partly that, or was it something you should see this game?
I can try to find excuses, but that's not why I'm here. So it's a basketball. Sometimes you're getting like better bounces. Sometimes you're getting like better rebounds, and the next game you're getting all of them. So it's like trying to like find excuse in that ones is like not the right thing, because the next game we're gonna get them all, and it's gonna change the game. So it plays this part, but it's not an excuse.
Vlad, when things aren't going well, who on this team kind of is the guy who brings people together and maybe says, you know, calm down or whatever?
I would take a pride of this team and say that everybody is able to step up and like talk. Like coaches, obviously, players, Danny obviously talk a lot. Trey, Will, like so many people. Ian, Jace, it's everybody like, and I feel like that's like very important, because people even who doesn't get like a lot of minutes, they're still able to like, for their experience, like Ian have huge experience, Jace have huge experience, so it's like they can lead us and they can explain us what it actually means. So it's like they do a good of a job.
Was that not happening as much tonight for some reason, or?
When you lose, you can find like mistakes everywhere.
All right, thanks, Vlad. If you want to talk, you can outside.